Welcome students. In this lecture, we are going to see ambiguity in grammatic specification. So let us start. First of all, let us see what is meant by ambiguity. The word ambiguity itself shows that ambiguity means the possibility of different interpretations of the source string. Now, let us start with the example so that you will come to know what exactly the ambiguity is. Now, answer is equal to 5 plus 5 into 5. Can you tell me the answer for this? The answer for this is 5 plus 5, 10 into 5 is nothing but 50. Answer is 50. Am I right? No? What do you think then? You think 5 into 5 first? Okay. So 5 as it is plus 5 plus 5 into 5, 25. The result is 30. Is it the result? 30 or 50? There is a big question mark. So this type of problem is given by the grammar itself. That's why that grammar is called as ambiguous grammar. Before we move to ambiguous grammar, I hope you understood what is ambiguity. So ambiguity means we are able to interpret two meanings of the same string. So here there are two possibilities. Answer can be 50, answer can be 30. But which is the correct answer? As far as our maths is concerned, we know 30 is the correct answer. Why? Because we have learned multiplication is to be performed first. But where it comes? It comes in the grammar. So let us move to the next slide. See this grammar. E gives E plus E. E gives E plus E or E into E, and it also gives ID. Now what is this ID? ID means A, B, C. Now I will make you clear. A is equal to B plus C into D. Suppose this is the situation. Now here also it is possible that B plus C is done first and then addition of B and C is multiplied with D and then assigned to A. How come? This is possible because this particular grammar can generate two trees. How? Let us start. E gives E plus E, right? Now E gives E plus E. Now what is the problem? Next problem is to which E we should evaluate. We should evaluate with this E or this E. Suppose we are evaluating with this E. We can write E into E. But as far as our string is concerned, first of all plus is there. That's why this particular derivation is not possible. So we will use here E into E. Got it? So replace each E with ID. This is ID, this is ID, and this is ID. What is ID? ID is A or B or C or D. Now this is A, sorry, this is B, this is C, this is D. Now see the scenario. Here how it will be evaluated? First of all, C into D will be performed first. C into D will come here. Then B will be added with C into D and you will get the result. Okay, this is the tree. One more tree is possible with the same grammar. E gives E into E, because E into E is the production given by the grammar itself. So After this E, which is to be evaluated? Obviously, the multiplication is done. Now we have to do plus E plus E. Now replace every E with ID. So this E is nothing but ID B, this E is nothing but ID C, and this E is nothing but ID D. Now what this particular tree will do? This particular tree will do B plus C first and then multiplication. So plus is done first and after that multiplication is done. What is done here? Here multiplication is done first and after that plus is done. So now these are the two possible trees generated with this particular grammar. If this is the case, this particular grammar is called as ambiguous grammar. I hope you understood. This particular grammar is called as ambiguous grammar. Now, how can we remove this ambiguity? Means a grammar must derive only one tree. Means a grammar must derive only one meaning. One meaning means one tree. One tree means unambiguous grammar. So let us see on the next slide how to remove ambiguity. Now such a type of ambiguity is removed using rewriting the grammar, like E gives E plus T or T gives T star F or F, and F gives ID. Now consider the same example, then only you will understand how this grammar is generating only one tree. A is equal to B plus C into D. Now for this particular tree, we must start with starting symbol of the grammar, that is E. For E, we have either only one option T gives F gives ID. But there are some operations at the RHS, so we must go with E plus T. So E plus T. Got it? E plus T. Now here you can see E plus T is done, but one more operation is there. After plus there is a multiplication. Now what is the operation? T is equal to T star F or F. If we go directly with F, this will end because there will be no other possibility. But we have to go with T gives T star F. So for T gives T star F. T star F. Now, is there any production remaining? Multiplication is done, plus is done. Now, what is to be generated for this E? For this E, T. What is for this T? For this T, F. And what is for this F? For this F, we generate ID. Okay. So for this T will give F and F will give ID. But this F will give ID. Okay. Now, just tell me, is there any other possibility of tree? Obviously no, because the grammar is written in such a way that there is no ambiguity present. Now, by default, this is B, this is C, and this is D. By default, this multiplication will be performed first. The multiplication result will come here. Multiplication will be performed. The result will come here. After that, this B will come here. So after that, addition will be performed. So automatically, multiplication will be performed. So whatever example we have seen on the first slide, answer is equal to 5 plus 5 into 5 will give only one result, because such a type of unambiguous grammar will give only one tree, and this one tree will give the result as 5 into 5, 25, plus 5, the result will be 30. Got it? This is the way how we remove the ambiguity. So this is the small bit, but very interesting one. I hope you understood this. Now, this is what the last slide. After rewriting the grammar, we can generate only one tree. Hence, we can say this ambiguity is removed and removed from the grammar. Concluding remark for this lecture. Thus we have seen what is meant by ambiguity. We have also seen what is ambiguous grammar. We have also seen how to remove the ambiguity from the grammar. We have also derived two different trees for ambiguous grammar. We have derived only one tree for the, obviously only one tree will be derived for the unambiguous grammar. I hope you understood this. Thank you. The slide credit goes to Professor D.M. Damdere. Happy learning. Keep learning. See all the videos. Subscribe for the channel. Have a nice time.